disgusting how Kody's been dragging Meri along for years. And I think it's equally as disgusting that Robyn's like, stay with the family, stay with the family. Let that girl go.
Dragging Meri along. Christine nailed it with that line. Anyone else feel a little giddy when she said it? Because same. Let's be real. Robyn isn't freaking out because she's heartbroken. She's panicking over Meri's money. You know, the B&B, the MLM hustle, all the things she can't control but definitely wants a piece of. Did she have this kind of meltdown when Janelle walked out? Nope, barely flinched. Honestly, this whole mess just shows how differently people handle hard situations. Nobody's squeaky clean here. Everyone's got a little blame. That's just being human. Christine, for example, deep down, I think she always wanted monogamy. But she was raised in this plural marriage doctrine, convinced she'd be damned forever if she didn't comply. So she played along, even when it didn't feel right. Then there's Meri, also raised in the same system. But unlike Christine, she actually wanted plural marriage. She's more forgiving, more loyal, and that's exactly why she got played the hardest. If anyone got shortchanged in this family, it's her. And Chanel, girl, how do you not put your name on anything? That's still baffling, but despite that, she'll be okay. She's smart, resourceful, and honestly better off without him. Robyn, straight up manipulative, classic pick-me behavior. She's not even subtle about it anymore, just exhausting to watch. And let's not forget the irony. Christine once told Meri she had too much baggage and needed to just decide to be a good wife if she wanted back in. Then came season after season of the family interrogating her. You're not running off to Parowan, are you? You're coming to Flagstaff, right? Are you even with us, Meri? You seem checked out. Meanwhile, they couldn't stand her, Christine included. Let's not rewrite history. Christine's great, and I do like her, but sometimes it feels like when she talks about how badly Meri was treated, it's less about actual empathy and more about distancing herself from Meri's pathetic status. Like, look how much worse Meri had it, not like me, as if she didn't stick around for nearly 30 years too. The truth? That whole family dynamic was toxic from the jump. Everyone hurt everyone, all under the excuse of some oppressive cult ideology dressed up as spiritual lifestyle. We've got so much to dive into today, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into it. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Elena here, and welcome back to my channel Reality Nexus X. Robyn's comment was beyond atrocious. I could maybe believe she was trying to prove Kody is a raging misogynist, but illustrating it by saying he'd line women up and go machine gun sound. Seriously, that crossed every imaginable line. As a Canadian, it hit especially hard. We just marked the anniversary of the Montreal Massacre, where a man, furious at women and blaming feminists for his failures, stormed into an engineering class, ordered the men out, lined the women up, and murdered them. That's not dark humor. That's a national trauma. I don't think Robyn even knows about events like that, which is honestly part of the problem. Making a flippant reference like that, especially considering Kody's not-so-secret love of guns, was chilling. In a world where women are literally being killed because men hate them, maybe don't joke about your husband gunning down women. Just a thought. And it gets worse. Kody told Suki in that same breath that he'd punch anyone in the mouth for blaming Robyn. His wives, mind you. He said that on TV. Imagine what this guy is like behind closed doors, with no cameras and only his manosphere echo chamber to egg him on. Yikes. Then Robyn follows it up with a casual, not all women are horrible. Oh gee, thanks for the nuance, Robyn. Because your little line-em-up reenactment didn't already scream completely unhinged. If she really believes Kody is capable of that level of violence toward women, why the hell is she still there? Why is she raising kids around someone like that? Anyone else would be sprinting for the hills. What makes Kody's woman-hating vibes even more fascinating, and by fascinating, I mean deeply disturbing, is that he apparently had a decent relationship with his mom. The real tension came from his dad, who apparently saw him as too flamboyant, not manly enough. Even his old classmates thought he was gay. They said this on the show. So now he's overcorrecting, diving headfirst into the toxic masculinity pool to prove something to someone. And Robyn, instead of shutting it down, validates this crap. She basically gives him permission to spiral into sexist rage and violent daydreams, just so long as it's not directed at her. Christine? Fair game. Everyone else? Targets Robyn? Saintly exception. Gross. The whole exchange was sickening and really peeled back the curtain on just how sexist and dangerously out of touch both Robyn and Kody really are. And I'm in the US, where mass shootings are a daily nightmare. Even here, that moment made me pause and ask, wait, did she really just say that? It was vile, not to mention creepy. Whatever point she thought she was making, she missed it by a mile. Robyn is setting the stage, yet again. In this latest episode, the third one-on-one, she's tearfully explaining how Kody is angry, suspicious, and taking it all out on her. And honestly, all I could think was, here we go again. She's recycling the same abuse narrative she once used against her ex. Kody's spiraling, picking fights, and basically blowing up their relationship. And meanwhile, Robyn is in mourning. Classic setup. She paints herself as the victim, alone, abandoned, emotionally battered, while the other ex-wives are living their best lives, blissfully free of his rage. She even throws a sarcastic, "Thanks, Christine," into the mix, as if Christine personally handed her the mess. It's all just a little too convenient. She's clearly crafting this narrative so that if or when she leaves, she's got the receipts. Everything he says on camera, she'll use it. And to be clear, I'm not defending Kody. He's definitely imploding. But isn't it interesting how he's still fiercely protective of her, even as she's telling the world how terrible he is? Let's be real. They're setting up the drama for next season. Now, some folks disagree. Kody himself admits he's sabotaging the relationship, so it's not just her spinning things. But to me, it all feels like a big sob story being sold for sympathy. They know they're the most disliked, and this is their attempt to tug at the audience's heartstrings. See, we have it rough too. Robyn always has a victim card tucked away, just in case. She'll cling to that role for years if it suits her. Remember the whole, the kids struggled to integrate thing? She sat on that for ages, only to whip it out years later to guilt them and keep her family isolated. So yeah, we see you, Crybrows. Always the victim's sweetheart. So, Robyn's friend. Yeah, I'm just dying to know what in the world Robyn was doing hanging out with a friend who just happened to have the inside scoop on Meri's life. And what was this friend's agenda anyway? If Meri met some special person online, how in the world would a random third party even know about it? Seems suspicious, right? I need the full story on how this person got involved, because this doesn't pass the smell test. Here's the kicker. Robyn's friend, Kendra, apparently casually drops the bomb that she knew this catfish as a handsome, well-to-do man. Oh sure, that's just an interesting little lie, isn't it? And this is coming from Robyn's camp. How convenient. There's been plenty of chatter about Robyn possibly being behind the whole catfish thing from the start, and guess what? Robyn practically confirms it. Like, oops, she basically outed herself. Classic Robyn. Now, I've never really understood Kendra's role in all of this, but from what I can gather, it seems Robyn was playing the favored wife card, maybe doing some subtle spying on Meri through her friend. The idea was probably to feed Kody all the gossip, score more points, and kick Meri to the curb. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past them to have cooked up the whole catfish scheme together just to completely ruin Meri's place in the family. I mean, it's twisted enough that only an evil mastermind with a flair for drama could come up with something this malicious. And we all know Robyn's no stranger to dishonesty. So let's break it down. Robyn and Kendra are friends. They chat. Robyn's got her eye on being the #1 wife, so what's she do? She gets Kendra to set Meri up. Kendra has this friend reach out to Meri. Meri, lonely and vulnerable, starts chatting with this special person, thinking she's found a connection. Then Kendra spills the tea to Robyn, and, surprise, surprise, Robyn tells Kody. The whole thing blows up, and before you know it, drama's in full swing. And there you have it, the perfect storm of betrayal and manipulation. Robyn and her ever-present, mysterious source. Seriously, who told her that all the sister wives and kids are plotting against her? She refuses to name names, of course. Instead, she insists it was just a person who filled her in on this juicy tidbit. Because that's totally not manipulative, right? I mean, it's convenient. She bases every single one of her interactions on this faceless someone, and naturally, that means anything anyone else says to her is automatically suspect. Talk about building a fortress around your own delusions. But let's be real, no one told her that. She made it up to fish for sympathy. I wouldn't be shocked if her mom Alice was the one who planted that little nugget in Robyn's head. I mean, Alice is the queen of teaching Robyn to see herself as the family's victim. Remember how Alice once said Robyn was the family scapegoat? It wouldn't surprise me if Alice told her, everyone's out to get you, sweetheart, just to keep her in that mindset. It's almost like Alice was grooming her to always be the victim and make her own little separate world apart from the other wives. And seriously, what kind of person would even say something like that to someone, especially family? I can't imagine my Keltie being the one to spill that venom. She may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but she's not that cruel. So that leaves us with two options. Either it was Kody or Robyn's imaginary friend, Govin, who whispered it in her ear. Honestly, though, I'm betting it came straight out of Robyn's own head. It's honestly infuriating to see Christine and Janelle get showered with praise for the last couple of years, while Meri gets dragged through the mud. Let's be real, every adult in the Brown family had their fair share of issues. The difference is, people have been quick to overlook theirs. Meri was bossy, sure, but let's not pretend Christine wasn't emotionally immature, or that Janelle didn't have a talent for passive-aggressive behavior. They all had their flaws, and they all contributed to creating an unhealthy environment for their kids. Raising children in a reality TV fishbowl, parentifying their older kids, and exploiting them for fame and money. Yeah, that was a collective effort. A couple of examples come to mind. Janelle marrying Kody in the first place was an absolute train wreck, and let's not forget the weirdness around it, including that almost wedding on Meri's birthday. Classy, right? And then Christine. Remember when she actually said she hoped Meri wouldn't get pregnant because it would steal her thunder? And Meri had infertility struggles. How heartless can you be? That one still makes my stomach turn. I'll leave Robyn and Kody out of this for now because, well, their flaws are already crystal clear. This is about the OG3. From the moment Janelle set her sights on Kody, and then Christine joined the mix, things were never going to end well. Polygamy has a wonderful way of pitting women against each other, and the OG3 were no exception. There was zero chance of that situation being healthy. And now that Janelle and Christine seem to be getting along better, I can't help but wonder how much of that is driven by their kids' affection for them, versus the fact that they united against Kody and Robyn. It's almost like a the enemy of my enemy is my friend situation. Honestly though, I'm just relieved that people are finally starting to realize that Meri wasn't the sole villain in the OG trio. Janelle and Christine have flaws too. They're just people, flawed, complicated, and, yes, often terrible to each other. The whole saint narrative around them is just that, narrative. I'm over the side-picking and the whataboutisms. All three of them were victims of a messed-up ideology and Kody's toxic behavior. It's not surprising they were awful to each other at different points in their 30-year history. Polygamy is a disaster for women, and it forces them into competition. So, instead of endlessly blaming one person, let's just give them some credit for getting out and starting new leaves. I've been rewatching the show recently, and let me tell you, both Janelle and Christine were mean girls to Meri way more often than I remembered. Christine, for instance, whispering things like, "You make people feel shitty," after Meri tried and failed to help with Maddie's first delivery. Meri was trying to be respectful of her wishes, for crying out loud. And don't even get me started on Janelle, who goes after Meri in season 12 over access to a pond, like that's the hill she wants to die on. Oh, and let's not forget her harping on how Meri didn't let people traipse through her part of the Lehigh house. Seriously. Through all of this, Meri stayed shockingly calm and patient. For all the trashing she gets, she handled every petty jab with more grace than I'd have ever managed. It's wild how much crap they all threw at each other. And for what? Personality differences that weren't actual crimes. So Robyn's proving my theory on this teaser. Now she's claiming that she can't be happy with Kody unless the ex-wives give her some sort of permission. Whatever. What she's really doing, in my opinion, is laying the groundwork for her eventual exit. I've thought for a while that the whole marrying a reality TV star thing has lost its shine. And let's be real, when your man is that obsessed with you, like borderline obsessed, yeah, it can get pretty suffocating. Add in the anger issues and all that red pill nonsense, and honestly, it must be exhausting to live with. This is also why she's so determined to keep some assets in her name only instead of sharing everything with Kody. We all know she's physically incapable of working, so she's quietly building up her own stash. Artwork, property, home improvements, so that when she leaves, she can take everything she's accumulated, plus half of his stuff. And then she'll be able to justify it by claiming she wanted plural marriage, but was tricked into this mess, and that she and Kody just couldn't find happiness once the wives left. Yeah, sure, Robyn. Anyone else think this too? To me, this whole situation just shows that she's just as controlling as Kody. She's mad that the other wives didn't give her the satisfaction of getting petty and fighting back. She's lost her supply, and now she's furious she can't keep them silent any longer. She wants this to be a competition, with winners and losers, and how dare they walk away without at least giving her a one-on-one blessing to crown her as the winner. She's demanding they kiss the ring, accept defeat, and let her have the final say after she completely wrecked their family and took everything from them. Imagine being so comfortable to demand this on camera, knowing millions of people are watching. I bet a lot of this has been going on behind the scenes for a while. The only reason we're seeing this crazy demand now is because it's the only way she can get to the other wives. Normally, she's all, "Oh, I'm just the damsel in distress. Kody makes everyone suck up to me." Where was the disrespect when she had that big wedding none of the other wives got? Or when she went on that 11-day honeymoon no one else had? Or when Kody practically lived at her house 24/7? Or when she got the secret wedding dress and kissing before marriage? No apologies from her then. No, Kody, this is disrespectful to the others. Instead, she was either defending it or hiding behind the excuse. This is what Kody wants, and he's gonna do what he's gonna do. But of course, the other wives have said Robyn was constantly demanding things and holding on to petty grudges long after they thought everything was settled. Plus, there's that juicy bit of evidence where she throws a hissy fit behind the scenes because Kody won't defend her in a text thread. He just says, "Yeah, my kids are jerks, but I wasn't there, so I can't really comment." Since when has Kody ever backed down from going to war for her? She pushed him too far this time, and he knew it. We've also seen Robyn's mean girl side slip out before. She's not afraid to be nasty when she wants to. This whole thing, one last desperate attempt to get her way. It's a final victory lap, a humiliating demand to force the other wives into saying, "You win, you can have him." I wish you the best of luck. And let's not kid ourselves. Kody would probably be there, intimidating them into agreeing that if they bless her marriage, they can't ever speak badly about her or their relationship again. Robyn would sit there, smug as ever, knowing she won't let them leave until she says they're done. It's all about control, her final chance to silence them for good. I speak from experience, trust me. And of course, she's now blaming the OG3 for the failure of her marriage and her unhappiness because they wouldn't give her permission to be happy. Oh, please. All of a sudden, she cares about being disrespectful to them? Seriously? At this point, it's clear Robyn and Kody are living in their own delusional bubble. They've gone way off the rails and are stuck in their own little echo chamber, surrounded by nonsense. And frankly, it's a train wreck I can't stop watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and much love to you all.